Good evening, guys, and welcome to another edition of B, your spiritual place where you can get in contact with God. I got to practice that little monologue because I keep getting it wrong. I'm really excited today because with me in our study today we have none other than, and I've been saying it all week, if you know, because I have a little ongoing joke I've been telling everybody. Yeah. Rodlin's coming. You know, I said Rodlin's coming. I've been saying it all day. Well, Rodlin is here. I'm here. Welcome, Rodlin. Rodlin.
Finally be here.
I know. Finally, from talking to you on the phone repetitively and preparing, but I haven't talked to you much, and it was really because I wanted us to be able to talk on camera because I know that the best things come and we wouldn't get it taped. We'll get to talking about, you know, great things about life and, you know, a huge revelation, and we'll have to tell the story of what happened. We don't want to have to do that. We want you to be able to partake in it. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, so Rodney, this is the study this week. We're talking about, of course, self-esteem, but the title of the whole subject has been being confident, okay? And we called you because we're looking for somebody to do the study with, and I was told that you would be a good take, all right? All right. So why did you say yes, Rod? Why did you tell me yes? Because you could have said no.
I don't know, like, I like opportunities, and like when I got the call from the brothers and they told me about it, I just felt like that's something I can really be a part of, you know, not just for the sake of myself, but the sake of other people to, you know, actually get something out of it. And, you know, I feel like, you know, this is something that could be rewarding just for everybody who is, you know, taking a listen to this.
I attacked the subject because I'm sure some of you at home could agree that if we notice worldwide that self-esteem is one of the biggest issues right now. Everybody's in the process of, let's say, developing and trying to get to know themselves. But if we could agree, this is a really hard thing to do. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a very hard thing to do. Okay, well, our scripture reference that we're going to start with today, of course, we got to include, well, today we're going to use the Bible. And I like this Bible. It's called the Seek and Find Bible. And I like it because it's contemporary English. And if you know anything, I don't know the thou words, and so I find it really hard. So I always have to go and get a Bible. Okay. A Bible that's, so we're going to do Proverbs 23, verse 7. And I should have, you know, went to it before so that I'm not embarrassed, because I don't, you know. Okay, I'm not embarrassed. Okay. We're going to go Proverbs 23, and we're going to go to verse 7. It says, okay. You know what? Yeah. And in this translation, see, this is live, you guys. I should have went to it in another Bible. In this translation, we find it hard to do it here, but we can do it here. Okay. Proverbs 23 verse 7, and you can get your Bible at home, which I encourage. It says, "As he thinks in his heart, so is he." This is an amplified version. Yeah. And we're talking about being confident, okay? Now, why do you think that it's important for a person to know, to understand what they feel about themselves?
Because it's a really good question, first and foremost. You know, I think it's very important for people to know about themselves. It's not, you know, to know where their position is and where do they stand at. So it's kind of like, you know, not other people defining them.
So when you say position or standing, because I want to get this, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm in a development stage too. I'm you know, doing a lot of things, and most of all, just really for the last couple of months, maybe 8 months of my life, it's really been, let's say, a drive towards learning me. Okay, and getting to know myself. And finally getting, you know, to say, okay, I have to become okay with certain areas of my life and certain aspects of me. And so you said the words that sent out to me is knowing your position. What do you mean by position when you say position?
When I mean by position, it's kind of like, you know, the time, like now, the present, where you are in the moment, and also a connection with yourself. You know, to, you know, it's always about the power. I go by the now thing.
Okay, the now.
The now.
I go by the now thing
like,
too.
You know, the now is like. It's
I read a book. I read a book. So what do you? The now. I like the now. What's the now?
The now is kind of like in the position where you are now currently. It's not like one of my pastors. We had like a sermon. It's kind of like leave for tomorrow. Leave tomorrow for tomorrow.
Leave tomorrow for tomorrow.
So it's kind of like basically, you know, not to worry about things about tomorrow, not to think over things that could work, you know, put pressure on you.
Okay, so here's the thing, because if I'm going to be come in contact with the now, that means that number one, well, this would be a good pointer to start when we're talking about being confident. I have to be confident in the fact that I am supposed to be right now.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That I'm supposed, you know, you're here in this seat. You're sitting inside of this room and we're doing this taping. You're supposed to be here right now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in this seat. I'm supposed to be here. And you're watching at home or on the internet, wherever you're watching from, and you're supposed to be watching right now. So the now is a powerful thing.
It's a powerful thing.
The now. Okay, being connected with it.
Yeah.
Okay. What is connected with the now? You heard the sermon. I didn't get to hear it. I got it about it too, right? They have it for sale?
Nah. Okay. That's something I came across with like a couple of years ago.
Couple of years ago. Okay, so in the now, being connected to now. How do I become connected with the now?
Well, because connected with the now is kind of like, let's say you like now it's more of like, how can I say this? You know, just being in action.
In action.
In action.
In action.
You know the phrase now or never.
Okay, okay.
You know, it's kind of like taking action.
Taking action. Because I think that a lack of confidence, speaking on confidence, it causes us to always to say, in the future, when I get this together, in the future, when I change this, in the future, when I lose this amount of weight.
That's just saying it. There's no action to it.
It's no action. And then also, now I'm living in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm not living in the now.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying, oh, here's a lack of confidence.
Yeah.
I want to bowl.
Yeah.
And I want to go out and I want to get a group together and I want to get some friends together and I want us to go bowling for my birthday. Well, I'm not going to go bowling now because I want to lose about 10 pounds before I go bowling because I feel I'll look stupid.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said that because it's kind of like, I remember like my brother right now because like, I'm you know, he knows how to drive and stuff. He doesn't have a car.
Yeah.
So like, you know, he hasn't been driving, you know, for a minute. So I'm like, you know, why did you take my car and drive? He's like, oh no man, I'm waiting till I get my own car, you know. So there's the confidence lacking. He doesn't want to take it now. Yeah. So he's not putting in much effort. The
opportunity is here now. Yeah. Take advantage of it now.
Take advantage of it now.
Ooh, that's good confidence. Okay, the opportunity is here now. Take it. Do you hear this guy? The opportunity is here now, and you're supposed to take advantage of it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What happens when I lack to take advantage of the opportunity in the now? What happens?
Oh, you kind of lose yourself. You know, you can find out at any time. Like basically, what I mean by this is not really like you actually losing it. It's kind of like you're feeling the experience of losing it. You know, it's not so
you'll lose what was supposed to be given to you in the moment.
Yeah.
Because you're living in, let's say, wishing for tomorrow instead of seeing the now.
Yeah.
You know, that's an awesome thing. Now, when I think of my life right now, I can think of, well, for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to use this as an opportunity to do a plug-in, we're starting a nonprofit organization, or let's say moving a nonprofit. Or I'm working along with it now to move it forward. Yeah. And, you know, J Charities, if you haven't looked it up, look us up online, J Charities or armyof500.com. And within the J Charities, I want to go out, I want to find sponsors. Yeah. And I want to find people who will sponsor, let's say, things for the poor and for people who can't afford it. And I was thinking the other day, and I was saying, well, when I get another car, when I get this amount of money, when I get this settled, I'm going to go and start looking for sponsors. Yeah. But I believe, you know, and I thought about it, and it was as if the Lord, you know, is using this conversation to kind of bring that back to mind, because I thought about it, and I said, what am I waiting on if there's a car outside? Why don't I take the action now to use that car and go for it now? Yeah. Instead of wishing and missing the opportunity now to start it. Yeah. To go forth with it. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
This is the reason why we have short-term goals and long-term goals. I mean, it's not wrong to have plans and stuff like that. You know, if you have a long-term goal, all right, you could put it that for the, you know, but short-term goals, like as you have explained, you know, that's like something you can go for. If you have the ability,
go for it now.
You can go for it now. If you have the ability, and if you thought it through, if you've, you know, analyzed the situation and said, hey, you know, I could take a part of this. You know, it's right there in the Psalm. You know, I remember in Psalms it says, you know, it's open. You know how Jesus Christ is open, you know, it's available to those who want to, you know, receive the grace, receive the mercy. Well, if we wait upon it, you know, what if it's too late for us?
Yeah, we can miss it.
We can miss it.
Because we're waiting on something that is available to us right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, coin that.
Yeah.
You can be waiting on something that's available to you right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Now, what do you think's the biggest reason why people live in, let's say, because we're talking about confidence again, and what is the biggest milestone that comes up when approaching you operating in the now and being developed in the now, and let's say conquering in the now? What is the biggest milestone that people face in let's say operating in that now, that confidence of the now? I like this. This was not on the script. Yeah. The confidence of operating in now. It takes a confident person. What's the biggest milestone? Just give it to me.
The biggest milestone?
What gets in the way? What's in the way? Why aren't we doing it?
Just even our own selves. We are our biggest enemies. Like
our own selves.
Our own selves, and
wow.
Probably the way we like hear what other people think, we take it into consideration.
So first it's us.
Yeah.
We're the biggest, and secondary is what people think about us.
Yeah, because even myself, you and I, we had to share our own struggles, and then our biggest enemies is ourselves, because we're thinking all the time about decisions. It's always decision making. We got to do.
We're our biggest milestone.
We're our biggest milestone.
I don't want to be my biggest milestone. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much. Well,
yeah,
he's gonna stick around with us for a couple of. You're gonna be here all 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere for 4 weeks. He's going to stay with us. And so I like what you said on the ending of that, that we are our biggest milestone. Next week we're going to cover why are we our biggest milestone. Okay? Bye.